Hey everyone, it's Ryan here. I've just finished watching the last 15 minutes of NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3 because I've gone back to my old way. Well, I say I've gone back to my old ways. I kind of did have a bad night's sleep the day before, but I fell asleep during the main event. So I'm trying to think of a way to put this. That was like the longest hesitation. I was trying not to hesitate then. I've got to say that this has definitely been the best NXT pay-per-view they've ever done. Well, one of the best. Like, we say that after every single NXT pay-per-view because they just keep raising it up that bit more. There is one issue I do have, but I will talk about that later on. But yeah, I fell asleep during the Drew McIntyre Bobby Roode NXT Championship match. I think it was just because I was tired and compared to the rest it wasn't as entertaining, but maybe just because that's just how brilliant the card was that when it got to the end I was sort of just worn out by it all. So we'll start off with Johnny Gargano versus Cien Andre Almas. It's a really good match. Everyone very much behind Johnny wrestling. Yeah, a few moments where you think, oh, that could be it, and then it's not. I was trying to figure out what Gargano's finisher would be. I guess it'd be like a super kick or something. But it's one of those problems I have now where everyone's big move is like a super kick to the point where it's like, can it really be a finisher now? But anyway, the way it ends is Almas's manager, I can't remember what her name is, she throws in DIY shirt to Gargano and he just stares at it like that, like, oh no, it's haunting me type thing. Gets distracted. Almas then hits him with a buckle bomb, I think. And then hits him with his finisher, which is like, it's like some arm lock DDT, I think it was. I really can't remember. Like I said, it's the beginning of the match, the beginning of the show. But yeah, Almas picks up the win due to Gargano being haunted by this DIY shirt. Like, oh, this was a thing, and now it's still a burden on me. Yeah, it's a nice heel way to win. Use what Gargano's literally had like an issue with, and literally what sort of made his career like used as a distraction. Next match is Sanity versus the Authors of Pain for the NXT Tag Team Championships. I originally went with Authors of Pain just because I didn't know what the build-up was for this. Like, all the promos are brilliant. I think it was during the... It was either during the women's one, or it was during the Aleister Black vs. Hideo Itami. The music they used in it is it was in this one. It was in the tag team one, if I can remember. The music they used was the same music that was in the CM Punk and Rock promo for Royal Rumble 2013. The bit where the Shield start attacking him. Like, I noticed that instantly. But again, promos have been brilliant for it. So there's this brilliant thing that I don't know if this is a rule. Like, I don't know if you can change it on the fly. But it was originally Killian Dane and I feel bad because I can't remember his name. The other one. I feel like it was Scott something. But yeah, it was those two originally versus the Authors of Pain, but it started off early because as soon as the Authors of Pain came in, they attacked Sanity, and because Killian Dane didn't tag himself in, Eric Young then put himself in the match instead. I don't think it's Sylvester Lafort. I don't think that's his name. It might be, so I'm going with that. But yeah, again, brilliant match, loads of multiple kick-out moments. This was probably like my second least favourite. Like, it had good moments, but it, like, compared to the rest, it wasn't like a super, like, oh my god, I'm invested in this all the time type thing. Actually, I'd probably say my third least. Like, least favourite was Gargano Almas, then it was the NXT Championship, then it was this one. I gotta say my favourite was the women's match. That was a really good match. But anyway, so what happens is, guess towards the end, Sanity do their double team finisher. One of the Authors of Pain drags the other one out for the pinfall. There's a bit where they're all brawling outside. Nikki Cross goes in the ring, and then Paul Ellering tries to get involved, like trying to confront it. It's like, no, you're not doing anything. You get like, it's one of those weird things. It's sort of like I'm pretty sure like if you get in the ring, shouldn't that count as like some form of disqualification, or at least being ejected from the ring because you're actively getting involved in the match. But yeah, those two start arguing. Ref decides to try and get Paul Ellering out. Whilst that's happening, Nikki Cross goes behind the referee, jumps on the turnbuckle, and goes to jump on one of the Authors of Pain, gets caught by him, and then Killian Dane spears that member of the Authors of Pain into a table, and Nikki Cross as well. But I think it's more of a crossbody than a spear. Basically taking all of them out. And then Sanity hit another double team move, and they get the pinfall, and they are the NXT Tag Team Champions. It was one of those things, it's like, I only went with Authors of Pain because my idea for Sanity would have been like, they all do it on the same night type thing. But I believe they've gone with a different way, because it's Eric Young and Sylvester Lafort, or whoever it is. I will go back on it and check. Tell you what, I might actually do that now. But yeah, so they've become the new Tag Team Champions, but their tag title reign is short-lived because Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly come out of the crowd, and they oh, it's Alexander Wolf. It's not even Sawyer Fulton, not Sylvester Lafort. Yeah, so they come out and they attack him, and I'm guessing they decide to like make a name for themselves and be like, oh, we're coming after your titles. So there'll be a rematch with the Authors of Pain, and the Authors of Pain will probably lose that, and then it'll move on to Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. So yeah, that's interesting. Like, it's one of those things, like, you can't really say it's like a, because they've done this a lot of NXT where like someone's debuted at the pay-per-view, but the fact that they've both had separate matches on NXT the weeks before in losing efforts, I believe. Well, I know Bobby Fish was in a losing effort against House of Black. I think Kyle O'Reilly might have had the same, but yeah. So that happens, and then the next match is Asuka versus Ember Moon. I was very for Ember Moon to win this one because Asuka's had the title for 504 days. Brilliant match. Yeah, just them doing their best, like really big moves. Oh, it's Alexander Wolf that was in, not yeah, Alexander Wolf. Who's the other guy that I just said? Apparently he's not in it anymore. But anyway, so yeah, back onto the women's title match. Brilliant match. Ember Moon being attacked, Asuka being smart, going after the arm, and then like Ember starts making a comeback, and then she actually hits her Eclipse. Think she's going to win, but then Asuka kicks out. First person to ever kick out the Eclipse. You see the look on Ember Moon's face, like, oh, that should have been 3, blah blah blah, and all this stuff. I think she goes for another one. Asuka then grabs the ref, and then Ember's literally like, I don't care, and jumps over the ref to crossbody Asuka. Asuka then revolves over that, holds the tights. The ref can actually see her holding the tights, so it's like, hey, you're holding the tights. I'm not counting that, you're holding the tights. Then Ember Moon hits a super kick, goes for another pin. Asuka kicks out to again, and then she just starts like having a little tantrum on the floor because it wasn't the end. I think she hits another move. I don't know what she hits. Then when she goes for a pin, oh no, I think Asuka gets her in like some form of chicken wing, but then Ember reverses that into a pin, and then Asuka kicks out the pin but into the Asuka lock. It's on for a good 30 seconds, and then Ember eventually taps out. So Asuka's reign continues at 504 days. I genuinely thought Ember Moon would have been the one to take the title off of Asuka. I wouldn't mind if Ember Moon won it, and then maybe a couple of months later Asuka wins it back, and then she can have another long reign, because the way it is, Asuka is pretty much the centerpiece of the women's division of NXT. I saw a report where Triple H is very keen that Asuka doesn't go up to the main roster, because she's literally the reason NXT is still entertaining for the women's division. But yeah, brilliant match. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I said, not too disappointed that Asuka didn't win, but I would have preferred Ember to win. We've got Hideo Itami versus Aleister Black. Hideo Hideo literally demanding respect during the match multiple times. Both hard hitting. There's bits where they're like kicking each other and just not selling it at all. Like, go on, hit me harder. I think within like the first 2 minutes, Hideo Itami either breaks Aleister Black's nose, or he just gives him a nosebleed because he's just bleeding like around the nose for ages. Goes on for a good 50 minutes, all hard hitting and everything. Like nice sequences reversing each other. There's a bit where they're literally hitting each other back and forth, and then Hideo reverses it into a Falcon Arrow, goes for a pin. Aleister Black kicks out, and then as he's like struggling to get up and Aleister Black is on the floor, in a split second he literally turns over and just like faces him, and Hideo Itami's just like completely shocked. It's just like out of nowhere he's gone from being like prone on the floor to I'm now alert and you have pissed me off, so I'm gonna kill you. Hideo Itami goes for a go to sleep, Aleister Black reverses, and then I think Hideo Itami hits another move whilst Thingy's in the corner. Literally goes around for ages going, you'll show me respect, you'll show me respect, show me my respect. As a foolish heel. Goes to punch Aleister Black ducks, hits him with the black mass, gets the pinfall. Again, brilliant match, I did really enjoy this one. And like I said, Aleister Black could have definitely done with the win a lot more than Hideo Itami. I don't know where Hideo's going to go from this. He has sort of been like a downward spiral, and it's a bit too late for actually do anything with him. And then finally, I believe it's finally, we have Bobby Roode versus Drew McIntyre for the NXT Championship. It was a good match, very hard hitting. Hitting the usual moves. At one point, like the way it ends is Bobby Roode goes for a glorious DDT and then picks him up again and is about to go for another one. Drew McIntyre kicks out, I think gives him a big boot in the face or something, backs up into the corner, hits him with the Claymore, gets the pinfall, and he wins. So Drew McIntyre is now the NXT champion. So it'll be nice for other heels to come up and challenge him. After the match, you've got loads of people. You can see it in the crowd, the audience. They're all looking over to one direction because it's Adam Cole. But then it cuts back to the ring, and Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly are there in the corner. And then Drew goes over to him. He's just like, yeah, you want to come for this, whatever. And then Adam Cole comes out the back and hits him. So you've got Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Adam Cole all in this allegiance. All take out Drew McIntyre. Adam Cole takes him out with a super kick. Again, everyone has a super kick as a finisher now or something. But anyway, it ends with Adam Cole holding the NXT title with Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly around them. Like I said, brilliant pay-per-view. The issue I'm going to go with is there's 5 matches, and 2 of them, after there's new champions, that are interrupted by the new emerging tag team or superstar. And it's sort of one of those things. It's like, because it happens so much in NXT, you can sort of predict it. And then it's just... you kind of want to hopefully build up other people on the roster, and they're never going to get that chance if there's always new superstars to then take their place or just jump the queue ahead of them. Like I said, I was hoping that if Drew McIntyre won, then his next possible contender would be Eric Young. But Eric Young's now a tag champ, so I can't really go with that, because I was hoping Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf would be the NXT tag champs. Eric Young will then go after the NXT Championship, and then you can have them being like what they were hoping they could have done with the Wyatts a while back when they were first NXT, have them as tag champion, NXT champ. Obviously, Bray never won the NXT Championship. Sort of like the Shield. Like, you had 2 of them with the tag champs, and then 1 of them with the main title. But yeah, I guess I got a different change of plans. Bobby Roode to have his rematch, then Adam Cole to go after Drew McIntyre, I guess. But it should be interesting. SummerSlam's got a lot to live up for. I've seen people already been like, oh, SummerSlam's going to be shit. It's like, well, it's going to be good, but just because NXT Takeover was brilliant, you just assume SummerSlam's going to be shit. But, like I said, I'm still looking forward to SummerSlam. I'm going to give this pay-per-view a 9 out of 10. Like I said, it was all brilliant, all really good matches. My only downside is just the cliche of new champion to then this new superstar debuts and makes a statement by taking out the new champion. I believe it's happened 6 times since NXT, like at least 6. But yeah, that was my review for NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3. Let me know what you think, and I shall see you in the next one.